GM. All right, GM, welcome to the Nouns Square Soapbox. We're here with SharkDAO. We have Marxist Millionaire, the writer behind the Nouns comic.
Hey there.
The poet behind the poet, if you will. We have Nick in the audience. I know we're bringing Nick up here, and Cryptasha will be here to help host this spaces, and we're going to talk a little bit about the initiatives that SharkDAO has going on and the things that we've been working on. There's some pretty cool stuff that we've been doing alongside of Prop House. Nick has been working on a creator contest platform that is able to use the ERC20 tokens that SharkDAO uses, and was able to create a contest where you can win Shark. So we think that's really exciting. And Marxist is working on new episodes of the SharkDAO comic, Shark Street, and he worked on a couple episodes with Maddie and has some new artists on board, and that's really exciting. I don't know, who's paying attention or not, but a lot of interesting stuff going on Shark Street, and Dr. Bullfrog is getting involved, and there's some stuff going on in the real time that maybe hasn't been captured in comic form yet. But Dr. Evil, Dr. Evil, he is evil. Evil's in the audience. What's up, Evil? But Dr. Bullfrog has been causing all sorts of problems, and maybe Marxist, can you kind of give us an update? I know that you're the closest to Bruce, and you spend a lot of time on Shark Street. So if you can kind of give us, the opinion of the official chronicler of what's happening, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So right now it's too dangerous to go to Shark Street. So I'm only watching the news, and yeah, it seems like Shark Street is being attacked again by Dr. Bullfrog. But yeah, nothing is confirmed yet. But rumors have it that our nouns need to get out of Shark Street very, very soon. So if you see them, or if you can help somehow, let us know, so we can find a safe place for them somewhere else.
Yeah, and rumor has it that there's maybe a hero amongst us. Dr. Bullfrog has been able to mutate a lot of PFPs, and some of that backstory is coming out. I feel confident, and I don't know. What do you think? I do feel like maybe we're going to find a way through science to help those mutated toads and other NFTs, and maybe help. It's like what's it called when you're like a zombie, but then you find like the anti-serum and you become like a non-threatening zombie, something like that, you know?
Yeah, like a cure, or yeah.
Yes, some sort of
So
cure. So Kritasha, welcome to the Noun Square Soapbox. We've kind
Hey.
of sorry, go ahead. I'm glad to have you
Oh,
here, and you can go ahead and kind of take it away. I think if maybe you want to talk to Nick a little bit about what's going on with creator contests in the DAO, that would be really great.
okay, sounds good. Hi, everybody. Yeah, so I wanted to have Marxus and Nick up here because they've been working on some really amazing stuff. And we can kind of go back and forth between the two and just kind of have a conversation about it and answer questions. Nick has been working on a creator contest for a while, and it just keeps getting like it's so cool to see it develop. And so I know you have a creator contest going on right now, and if you want to go over the details on that, we can talk about that. Nick.
Yeah, sure. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for the intro. And thanks everybody for joining. Yeah, so what creator contests are, basically it's a way for us, the SharkDAO, to experiment with like different incentive systems to try to foster new collaboration creativity amongst our members. So what it actually is a weekly contest, sort of like a prop house style format, where there's a submission period and a voting period. The difference being that while prop house is more for like, more grants type things, the creator contest is really geared towards like, creatives and people that are making all sorts of different kinds of creations internal to SharkDAO that we sort of want to open up and make a more formal process for taking note of those contributions and rewarding them for doing so. So I can send a link in a second, or I think I put it in the Discord. But anyways,
Okay.
on top of that, a couple other things that it hopefully will really help us with is it'll curation teams. So it'll be a really powerful curation tool for us, we hope, because if we have, just for example, artists, whether they're established artists in SharkDAO or they're coming and discovering us for the first time, it'll be a way for us and Marxist, for example, to basically have a one-stop shop sort of to kind of see like what's happening, like what kind of submissions we're seeing, and maybe take certain projects from there, or like use it as a jumping off point for different projects. And then another thing is, which sort of mixes into that, is we can also use it as an onboarding tool. So I'll get to that in a second. So there's different like tunable parameters that we allow contest creators to establish. So a couple of them, so you can define contest rewards, obviously. So those can be ETH, ERC20, or ERC721 rewards. And for the submitter rewards, it's pretty straightforward. So you can just choose like what you define as winners, meaning like the ranks that the submissions finish after voting. And then you can also define voter rewards, which are basically, so those can be ERC20 or ETH rewards, and those are split amongst voters that accurately choose the winning submissions or the ranks that you configure them for. So you can say everyone that chooses the first place submission, they're going to receive like a ratio of the total like reward pool for the voters. So on top of that, we have some restrictions for both submitters and voters.
So wait, before you move on from that, I think that's a pretty interesting concept. So you're able to reward both the submitter of the art and the participants who are helping decide who wins, correct? So maybe explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so this idea was, I don't know if you guys are familiar with JokeDAO. but they do something similar with their joke races. But basically the idea is, yeah, the submitter rewards are clear and straightforward, but you can actually do some pretty interesting stuff with the voting rewards, and you can establish some pretty interesting incentive systems. For example, like if you can imagine a contest where the votes are visible while the contest is happening. So as the votes are coming in, you can see in real time how they're coming in. Then like you can essentially create an incentive. Like most of the time what would happen is, okay, you say like the people that choose the second place submission will split like 10,000 shark or something. So most of the time what would end up happening is that people won't necessarily have the voting power to do that themselves. So they'll need to like work with other, members and other people to like coordinate votes and like, hopefully foster like new friendships and collaboration just from that alone. But on top of that, it's
can you incentivize like how fast could you say like if those votes are happening in real time, right? And I'm looking at it and I win, extra reward for voting on the thing that gets voted number one, but I'm waiting until the last minute because it's like kind of becomes clear like, oh, this one's the is there a way to incentivize like voting early as well?
Yeah. I mean, so that's an interesting question. One way to do that, it doesn't necessarily directly do that, but well, first of all, you can always retract your votes. So right now, I guess there's no clear incentive for voting early rather than the last second, other than in the contest that we're running right now, you can't see the votes as they're coming in. So it's only accepting submissions right now, but once the voting period starts on Friday night, as the votes come in, they won't be visible, so you won't be able to see them. So that kind of adds like another interesting twist. So, I mean, to answer your question, it doesn't necessarily incentivize voting early directly, but it doesn't incentivize voting at the last second,
Got it.
But yeah, so there's a lot of interesting stuff you can do there. And also like, you kind of want to, if you're working with people to try and coordinate votes, you want to get enough to where, like, for example, for this example of the winner is defined as the people that vote on the second place submission. So you want to get with people and coordinate votes in a way where you like cast enough votes, but you don't cast more than you need so that it like bumps it up to the number one submission, So there's a lot of like interesting sort of side effects from setting stuff up like that. But anyways, so yeah, that's the whole voter and submitter rewards thing, which we can come back to that if you want. Then we also have like restrictions, so you can basically token gate or Discord role gate like contests and who can submit or who can vote. And then so the contest we're running right now, you have to have a Shark token to submit or vote in it. But in the next couple of contests, we're going to do an open round where to vote, you'll still need a Shark token, but to submit, you won't need anything. So I think in that setup, it's pretty clear how like this could be a pretty powerful onboarding tool where we're kind of offering a way, if we're rewarding people for winning contests with Shark, then we're kind of offering like a proof of work path into like DAO membership, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So
I love that as we kind of consider all the different complexities of using these various tokens and NFTs and different things, like how we can maintain a way for entry into the DAO. It's always been really important from a SharkDAO perspective, as long as I've been around, that if you're passionate about building something for Nouns, this is a path forward in a way that you can do it without really any economic barriers. It's more of like a technological barrier. As long as you can find yourself an Ethereum address, you should be able to get into Shark and at least participate in the conversation, and I think this is a really cool tool to help facilitate that. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, so there's some other like small tunable parameters, but those are more or less the big ones. Like you can also define the voting credit strategy, so it could be based on a token or sort of just like an arcade style where everybody that qualifies gets like, let's say 50 credits or something, which is cool. So then you can also do like you can toggle, like I said earlier, whether or not the results are visible as the votes are coming in. You can toggle anonymous submissions, and you can toggle the ability for people to vote on their own submissions. So that's basically the parameters you can kind of play with. And I think you can see how like you can kind of create some interesting incentives there. So yeah, I can drop a link in. We have a contest running right now. It's the first contest we're doing. It's a Swim Shady creator contest. So basically we're looking for any sort of memes, art, lore, or anything else that basically, pays tribute to what we would say is one of the most legendary nouns. So yeah, it should be really fun.
That's a good contest. That's a good, yeah. And I'll pin it up top too.
Cool. Yeah, so it should be great. The submissions, like I said, they end Friday at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then after that the voting will begin, and the voting will close on Sunday. So yeah,
Really fun.
How long do these typically last for people as far as the window of contributing and the window of voting? Are we keeping it kind of short, or does it depend on the project?
It could be anything. I mean, we could run one right now that lasts 20 minutes.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's completely it's whatever we want to do. So
yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say I think it could be really cool for stuff like this. Like real time, sort of like automated contests.
So when we were thinking about the Shark Labs, and there was some feedback around the similarities between this tech and Prop House, could you kind of give us your opinion on how those are different in the different use cases?
Yeah, so I mean, just first of all, like I see us as SharkDAO, like the way that we would sort of operate with both of those things moving forward is we would use both. They're kind of for like two different things. So I would say that Prop House is more for like traditional kind of grants, like, okay, we're going to give out 5 to 10 ETH for whether it's a more specific round or more of an open round. And we're looking for like pre-funding or a grant in order to complete and deliver this kind of work. Whereas the creator contests are a little like, I don't want to say less serious, but most of the times will probably be a little less serious. It's more so trying to retroactively reward creatives basically for smaller contributions. So we'll basically prompt something, like in this example, we'll say, okay, give us some kind of like creative expression around Swim Shady. And then, we'll receive a bunch of submissions, we'll receive art, and we'll be able to like retroactively apply rewards to the people that win as validated by their peers. So technically speaking, like on a technical level, they pretty much work the same, but I guess like use case wise, they're a little different. And then like you said earlier, we can also use it with ERC20s too, which is good for us.
And this is technology that other DAOs are using, or this is something that you're building yourself?
Well, both, except the creator contests are that's just in SharkDAO right now. So we built for SharkDAO. Nobody else is using that right now. We're hoping to scale it out eventually, and like I said before, I think nouns, and especially the noun square, I think it'd be cool. It'd be a cool application to do like super speed style contests like during a Twitter space. So I think probably something like that would be the next step. But yeah, this is just.
And you do need to wallet connect with like some sort of token to vote, or you can actually make it completely open voting if you wanted to.
We can do open voting, but I think we would have to consider like how that would work. So what we can do right now is you can do arcade style voting, like I said earlier, which is where your voting credits aren't determined by any token holdings. You just define like a uniform number of credits for all the participants that qualify. So then the question becomes like, okay, what participants qualify? Because you kind of want to like restrict it a little bit, or like have some proof of the person being a human, or like the proof of somebody like not, voting multiple times with different like accounts or something. So there's different ways we could do that. One way is we can use Discord. So we have Discord role rules. So you can say like, okay, everybody that has this role in Discord can vote in this contest, and they'll receive like 50 credits to vote or whatever. You could also do something with like Twitter or like some other ways. So yeah, there are ways to do it without tying it to a token. It's just more of a question of like, it then becomes a question of how do you define somebody that like qualifies for it? Because it probably does have to be, there has to be some sort of like borders on it.
Yeah, I like the idea of, I've always liked the idea of SharkDAO giving people an opportunity to join like at kind of a low barrier, and it's very neat it's going to be cool to see the creativity with that. So it's like gaining creativity, and also, yeah, the whole idea of the retro funding, it just makes it a lot easier. And yeah, I think it's a big deal. I mean, I know this one, it looks like, so there'll be three, we'll have third place, second place, first place, and then they'll receive Shark. But then, like you said, sometimes they can receive ETH, and I guess we could expand that out from there with whatever we decide. There's so much we could do with it. I mean, we're only on like what, number 2 of the creator contests.
Yeah. Yep. And so we ran like a small one that was sort of like a test run last week, and so this is the first sort of public to the top of SharkDAO and all shark holders contest. Which, by the way, if anybody here wants to participate and they don't have any shark tokens, just DM me on Twitter or Discord or something, and I can send you some.
And what's your Twitter name?
Yeah.
My Twitter is at DDSN.
Okay, I'll add that to the post. I'm gonna make a post too, and if you have something else, I can.
Yeah, I just DM'd you a link to the site.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, we're really excited, and like Kriptasha mentioned, so I don't think I broke this down yet, but the rewards breakdown is we're giving away submitter rewards to 3 ranks. So first place will get 5,000 Shark, second place will get 2,000 Shark, and third place will get 1,000. And then that accurately choose the first place submission will receive 1,000 Shark. Well, they will split it. So yeah, we're really hyped about it. Looks like we already got our first submission. So yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna post this really quick. Sorry.
Well, if you ever wanted to join the SharkDAO and get involved in Noun's governance and proposal creation and content creation, seems like a good opportunity.
For sure.
I'd say so. And I know we were thinking, because Josh had even mentioned getting kind of a theme song going for the spaces, and I guess we could try to run a contest for that, possibly even through this, right? See if anybody wants to get some kind of intro going, like that's maybe based on, it could be based on Jaws or whatever. I guess it could be anything.
Maybe we could partner with the Noun Sounds themselves and get Type Woody involved.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. One thing, like, we are still sort of working some of this stuff out. So like, that's an example of, that's great feedback. Like, if we want to do, as far as like what sort of upload we should be supporting, like, obviously we could the link in, but that's kind of lame. Like, if there's some sort of like audio file type that we should, then like that would be great, I think.
We got sounds, everybody. Woody, what do you think? How does this tech sound? You got any thoughts on cool ways to use it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see how we can make a theme song and some Nounish audio for the Sharks. I'm super into it.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
There could be that's going to be a fun thing. We do a lot of fun stuff with that.
For sure. I definitely think like your own custom soundboard is the wave too. I know we like have a Jaws sound effect on the existing soundboard, but part of Noun Sounds, you'll be able to customize your own. So we'll be able to make like a shark specific soundboard where you won't get lost in the sauce with all the other sound effects and things of that nature. And then, I'd love to make some custom tunes as well. It'd be super fun.
Well,
a soundboard would be fun.
You know, I'm thinking about this like from perspective of, you know, both the Noun Square, Noun O'Clock, and SharkDAO. So, you know, I'm curious if this sounds like it makes sense. So let's say the Noun Square is thinking about doing a Twitter contest, and let's say it's to create some sort of art piece. And then SharkDAO announces, like, during the open window of that contest, we are also running like a concurrent creator contest to use, you know, SharkDAO nouns in the contest that's running at the Noun Square. And like, you could theoretically win both, or you might win the SharkDAO side of things, and your content gets submitted to the Noun Square, but it doesn't get selected as the winner there. And like, but you still walk away getting some shark tokens. Does like that type of collaboration with other contests and other parts of the Nouns ecosystem make sense here?
Yeah, I think so, for sure. I mean, those things are existing anyways, and like I think some of the dope things that come with doing the soapbox is the cross-pollination aspect, where you get to work with other communities through just, you know, this Twitter Spaces alone. But I think collaboration between any Nounish communities for any sort of contest or any sort of, you know, I low-key think it'd be cool to just do like a soapboxes in general contest, and then like a sharks in general contest, and all these communities that are, you know, cross-pollinating within these Twitter Spaces. I think it's just a dope opportunity for all of those things to happen across the board, for sure.
Yeah, as I keep working on I'm working on the Nouns Folk podcast, which is just kind of a extension of the SharkDAO podcast I was already working on. I'd definitely like to get it more intertwined and, you know, work with contests and other people too. So that'll keep growing. I'm not sure exactly what all I'm going to do with it, but hopefully I can try to make it cool and different from other things too. And I'll probably need a theme song for that as well. And hopefully I can just intertwine somehow with all of this in a soapbox or whatever I need to do, honestly.
Yeah, we'll connect all the dots. I actually got to dip out. I got a work call that's sucking my soul dry, but I wanted to stop in and say what's up.
Do your Web 2 thing, dude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll talk to y'all soon.
I'll talk to you later.
Later. Yeah, Kryptosh. So I think that brings up an interesting thing, which is like it is a tool as well for like if there's some sort of new initiative or project we're trying to kick off and we're looking for, like, you know, there's always so much to do whenever you're starting something new, and like even if it's just cool novel ideas around some like core idea that we have, I think the contests are a great way to, like, number one, get great feedback and ideas from people, but also, like, you know, find some people that would be great like partners or people to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we could see, I mean, depending on the nature of the contest, we'd see so many different types of talent come through. It's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I appreciate you sharing all that too, because it's huge. I mean, it's really complex. That's what I mean. So it's nice to have somebody explain it. And I hope we can get some more submissions, and I can't wait to look through them too. So I added I pinned everything at the top. I have some more information up there, and then yeah. And do you have anything else that you'd like to add about the creator contest?
I don't think so. If anybody wants to chat about it or learn more, then you can DM me, or you can come hang out and shoot a message in the SharkDAO Discord. But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
Cool. Yeah, and if anybody has a question about anything too, you can request and come up here as well. And yeah, let's see. Well, and also, is there anything else? I guess that would include the comic as well. Everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we are going to chapter 2, issue 2 of the Shark Street comic in a couple of days. I think at the end of the week. More information will be published soon on our Twitter account. I think what I can share now is that holders of issue 1 will get a free copy of issue 2. So you can check if there are some issue 1s available. There's also like a post about it on our Twitter. So if you're lucky, you can get a free issue 1, and then you get a free issue 2 as an free mint or airdrop. So check that out.
Cool. Is there a link I could? Well, I went ahead and pinned something about it, but is there a link directly to the first?
Yeah. I posted it 3 days ago. So if you check out SharkDAO's Twitter page and scroll down for a while, you can see it.
Yeah, it's on Slice. It'll be a slice.sl. Yeah. Here it is up here.
Yeah, Jacopo was helping me a lot with creating custom contracts and stuff. And Slice is like an underground service to mint NFTs and to create custom contracts. It was pretty fun working with him, and
Slice is a neat tool. I remember when we started looking into that. It is easy, and it seems like as far as front end, it's easy that way too, which I think is important.
Yeah, and I think it's helpful for the tool if some people use it, and like we're using it with the comic so that he can do some improvements, find flaws, and so it gets better and better. And it's a great opportunity to avoid the what's it called, OpenSea shared store contract, or what's it called, like the standard OpenSea contract, which is pretty bullshit. So tools like Slice are pretty great. Yeah,
I think it is too. Yeah, so on this one, you guys would just go and connect the wallet and from the link above and check that out. And it's cool to see Slice too. Honestly, it's cool to check that out. And the comic is amazing. I have that. And it's cool to see it be built and the storyline that's going to go. I mean, obviously we have to find out what's going to happen between Swim Shady and
we did some like improvements with the graphic design of issue 2, and we are looking forward to do more chapters with amazing artists like Cullen Colors or Naime Pagniat, who's a great pixel artist. So right now we are trying to get funded by Nouns through the Small Grants Fund. It's pending, so I hope it will go through. Because I'm pretty excited about the project, and I think I started it last October with telling stories about Bruce and inventing him as a poet, and then it quickly turned into okay, we can tell more stories about like all of our nouns. Yeah, and we'd like to keep evolving.
We
Yeah.
got Swim Shady in a freaking helicopter. This thing is so fun.
Yeah, yeah. Matty did some great artworks again, and it was really a pleasure working with him. When he sent me pictures, I was always like, "Oh wow, this is so great and amazing!" And yeah, I especially like Swim Shady in the helicopter. And if you read issue 2, you will find out what is happening.
Nice. I think Swim Shady's been in a helicopter once before. On a feature, it randomly
Yeah.
popped up in Bored Ape too.
Yeah, with the Yuga Labs,
So you like
something. Yeah,
helicopters.
yeah,
Yeah, for a shark, he spends a lot of time in the sky.
yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, I'm glad
nouns, you can be anything.
That's true.
True.
A shark can be a pilot.
Yeah, I'm glad we're able to build stories around the nouns that we have because, I mean, yeah, that was once you started working on Bruce and developing this personality for Bruce, it's amazing to see that take off. And I eventually, like, when I can, I definitely like to write for one of the nouns or something. I think Patty's really cool, but
Yeah,
creating a backstory for every one of them is going to be great. And there's other comics that have been like popping up, so it's neat to see everybody go this way as far as like we need a story, and the stories are how we build everything.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna do
true.
everything I can to get Bruce somehow like reading or writing a poem inside of the Blue Xanadu nouns world.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that would be
nice.
great.
That needs to happen. Absolutely. We need Swim Shady. We need Bruce in there too.
There's also like a giveaway happening right now for the comics. So if you check out our Twitter, it's the pinned tweet, I guess. So yeah, you can participate very easily, and if you're lucky, you will win one issue.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and I have that pinned up too. So if people want more information on that, then that's great. Yeah, because all you have to do is like and retweet the post. So
Yeah.
definitely check that out. All right, great. This was good. This was fun. I always like talking about like updates and what's going on in SharkDAO. It's easy to get this message out. If anybody has any questions regarding any of this, you can come up here, and if you have any questions specifically about the creator contest and you want to DM Nick, you can do that. Marxus does the comics. So, but I appreciate everyone tuning in today too, because yeah, and Josh, of course, for opening this up.
My pleasure. And I got maybe a little bit of alpha. I believe that we'll be on with 4156 on Thursday doing a stand-up to talk about the NFT conversion. So the token to NFT conversion and ways to think about balancing governance and technology and all these things. So if anyone's around on Thursday morning at 10 a.m. EST, tune in.
That'd be
Sounds
good.
great.
Yeah, because that's kind of what we're thinking of doing with our project that's coming up too. And I know that, just to shout out the Noun Square, talking about the merge this week. So that's ongoing all week, isn't it?
Yep, we're having a tech focused week, and on 9 o'clock there's always a bit of a slant. In some ways, I think every conversation about nouns is in some ways a conversation about technology. But this week specifically, we're working to talk to more programming and like really deeply technologically focused members of the DAO. And it's been really, really interesting. We had Yi Tong on, and we had Brian, and we talked about Roku, and we talked about Agora, and the different front-end clients and back-end clients that are all being developed. So interesting stuff going on around the Nouniverse, and a very interesting time for Ethereum. So fun stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
and please, if you guys have any questions, I think we can invite you up. But I think while we're talking about alpha, I think there's some other alpha. Do we have a alpha sound? Do we have an alpha sound yet?
We need an alpha sound.
So, anyways, after the comic after the comic comes out, we will be running a contest where you can basically write the next page of the comic and see what happens next. So I don't know, Josh. I think, what would you say? Like, I think if you want to have the best chance of winning, you should probably mint the comic, right?
Oh my God! Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So grab the comic and
Yes.
come make a submission in the career contest. And yeah.
Cool.
All right, nice. Yeah, so just keep up with us on the SharkDAO Twitter, and if you're in Discord, you'll be able to keep up with us there as well. And I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead and end this one, and we'll be back, of course, talk about some new things. Yeah, I appreciate everybody showing up.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for coming, everybody. This is a fun chat. And we're always available in the Discord. You can reach us on SharkDAO's Discord, or hit us on Twitter, or you could pop into Nouns and talk on their Discord, or whatever your preferred method of communication.
All right, insert outro here. We'll have it soon.
We're getting double jaws today.
Awesome.